Hey, Anna. The company are holding a welcome party especially for me tonight, so I need you to do my work for me, okay? Huh? I'm sorry, Rachel, but I'm almost ready to clock off for the day. My friend's waiting outside in the car. Excuse me? Did you just defy me? 'Cause it sounds a lot like you just defied me. You only work part-time. Surely you can be flexible enough to cover me just for tonight. You do know I work full-time at this company, right? I told you before I'm not a part-timer. I just have a temporary reduction in working hours to look after my son. Whatever, I don't need to hear about all the minor details of your private life. Unlike salaried full-timers like myself, part-timers get paid in proportion to the hours they work, so you should be thanking me for kindly giving you the opportunity to make more money. I'm going home. What did you just say? Oh, no, you're not. I'll be showing up at the newbie welcome party at the bar the company hired out later on after my friend takes me to pick up my son from the daycare center before taking him to stay with my parents for the night. I'll probably see you there. Wait, what? You're coming to the party too? But I never invited you. I don't need an invite from you. We work at the same company and you're not even a manager. Anyway, I'm cutting it close already, so I really need to head off. You're not invited to the newcomer welcome party, you filthy part-time old hag. I might not officially be your superior, but there's an unspoken rule that full-time employees call the shots over part-time filth. You should know your place, woman. Gross. I can't believe you actually had the nerve to show up at the welcome party. I mean, seriously? Oh, and another thing. I thought of this at work today, too. But why the hell are you so buddy-buddy with the CEO? Seeing you laugh and joke together like that makes my skin crawl. I saw you eating lunch with him in the office cafeteria, too. You even show up to work with him in the mornings. You should know better. Don't you have a husband and a kid? What disgusting behavior. Have you no shame flirting with the CEO like some goddamn loved-up high school student like that? Someone really ought to teach you a lesson. If he's desperate enough to take a worn-out bimbo like you up on your advances, he'd be better off going with someone younger and more beautiful on a full-time contract. Someone like me. I have more of a right to get along with the CEO than you do. I mean, really, who the heck do you think you are, showing up to the newbie welcome party on a part-time contract? You do not get to rub shoulders with those of us who actually work hard. Oh, looky, I just saw you go to the toilet. This is my chance. I'll have you out of this party if it's the last thing I do. Don't say I didn't warn you, bitch. You did the right thing by taking your belongings with you to the toilet. There's no need for you to come back to the bar now. It was so kind of you to get ready to leave like that before I even said anything. You sure do crack me up, Anna. I'm in such a great mood right now. Do you mind if I say it one more time? Don't say I didn't warn you, bitch. Rachel, give me back my purse. Oh, did you finally notice? When did you steal it? Steal? Oh my God, how could you accuse me of something so horrible? Remember when you got all flustered when I poured water all over you in the toilets? I caught a glimpse of your luxury branded purse when you were rummaging through your handbag to find something to wipe yourself down with, and, well, what can I say? I took my opportunity while you were distracted. You obviously have no right to own something so expensive while working on a part-time contract, so I figured I'd teach you a little lesson. I'll be looking after your purse for a while. Your money will pay for my drinks at the next bar. What? Drinks are on you tonight. Oh, but don't worry. I'll give you back whatever small change is left tomorrow after work. As for the purse itself, I'll have to keep it, because we simply cannot have a lowly part-time filth like you owning something this nice. I've kindly decided to give you my cute little purse in exchange. All right, that settles it. Since we're doing a fair exchange, you can't accuse me of stealing anymore, right? Rachel, please stop this at once. My husband gave me that purse for my birthday. Please give it back. Oopsie, no can do, sweetie. Anyway, how the hell do you expect to come back to the bar in that sorry state? You look like a drowned rat after I poured that bucket of water over your head in the toilets. Hurry up and go home and change your brat's diapers or something. Craig.
Anna, what's going on? Is everything okay? Where did you disappear to after going to the toilet?
You need to be careful around Rachel.
Huh? What do you mean? She's that new girl, right?
She's dangerous. She followed me into the toilets, came up from behind me, and poured a bucket of cold water over my head.
What the hell?
That's not all. She took my purse from my handbag when I was trying to dry myself off.
Your purse? Is she insane? That's theft, plain and simple.
That purse was a gift from my husband, and she seems to have taken a liking to it. She said she's going to give me back the contents tomorrow at the office, but intends on keeping the purse itself, apparently. She also told me she'll be using my money to buy herself drinks at the next bar you guys go to.
Jesus Christ. What the hell is wrong with her? Does she not realize how outrageously she's behaving?
Sadly, no. She seems to have precisely zero awareness of how unacceptable her actions are.
Holy Mother of God. Where the heck do we find these people? I'm starting to have serious doubts about the hiring team.
Anyway, I'm heading home now. I'm soaking wet after her little bucket stunt, and if I show up to meet you guys again, she'll probably just do something else to me. I don't want to cause any confusion and let her ruin the party any more than she already has.
Right. I generally don't think it's a good idea to negotiate with terrorists, but practically speaking, now might be a good time for a temporary tactical retreat. Her days are numbered now anyway.
On that note, can I leave the rest to you?
Of course. Say no more, sis.
Thanks, Craig. I'm counting on you. Hey, bitch face. Hello, Anna. Excuse me, I'm talking to you. Hey! Why the hell didn't you tell me? You never told me you were the CEO's little sister. You have an obligation to tell me things like that, damn it. Aha, I knew it. So you did forget. Forget what? I don't know what the crap you're talking about. Remember when I introduced myself to you on your first day? Hi there, Rachel. My name's Anna. I'm Craig's sister. What? But I don't remember that. Obviously, I didn't say it because I had any intention of imposing myself over you or abusing my position in any way. I just thought helping you understand the social dynamics at the office might make you feel more at home. But if you're the CEO's sister, why the hell do you always get to go home early? Or, wait, is that why? If you didn't leave early all the time, I wouldn't have mistook you for a freaking part-timer. Ugh. According to the CEO, you've been here for a whole 7 years? I know what's going on here, Anna. There's only one reason you'd get to leave before everyone else. You're getting special treatment because you're the CEO's sister, aren't you? You make me sick. You're abusing the fact that you're related to the boss to enjoy special privileges in the workplace. I'll report you to corporate ethics. No, the police. You deceptive, good-for-nothing lowlife. Shall I say it again? Okay, I'll say it again. Are you ready? Here it comes. I'm on reduced working hours. I know what that means. It means you get to go home before everyone else, including part-time scum, which is not fair. Ah, I see. So that's where you got confused. You don't know, do you? Confused about what? What don't I know? Reduced working hours refers to a specific system all companies are legally obliged to implement and provide all employees access to, provided they meet certain conditions. Huh? A system? Reduced working hours is a system implemented by the Department of Labor in accordance with rigorous legal standards to ensure that all employees have access to adequate time off in the event that they're required to care for children or elderly persons such that a balance between work and private life may be achieved. I recently came back from my maternity leave, but I have to get home early because my son's still very young, which is why I decided to use the system. Basically, I don't go home early because I'm the CEO's sister. I go home early because I meet the conditions required to qualify for the reduced working hours system due to my obligation to look after my son. Oh, really? You didn't read our company regulations, did you? Does anyone actually read that crap? They're long, boring, and I don't even understand half the words. You don't have to study them in depth. Even a brief read-through would have been enough to get a basic grasp of the reduced working hours system. Besides, even forgetting that, didn't someone go over stuff like that with you during your introduction? I'm sure they did. You probably just weren't listening. Like hell I'm gonna remember pointless details like that. It's time for you to give me back my purse, Rachel. No, I want it. It's really nice, and I am so not giving it back. Nuh-uh. Actually, the CEO confiscated it, but would you mind getting him to give it back to me? I really like that purse. Like I said before, my husband gave me that purse for my birthday. Anyway, why are you so obsessed with it? Because it's the newest item in Louis Vuitton's Vogue lineup. All the celebs are wearing it. I must have it. Huh? It's limited edition and won't be available for much longer. I've never seen one in real life before, and I am not going to throw away this opportunity to have it for myself. What on earth are you talking about? Maybe you should get your eyesight checked out, because that purse is nothing but an old leather bag that my husband's leatherworker friend made into a purse as a favor. Huh? A bag? I mean, I guess it's not a surprise that you've never seen a purse like it before, because it probably is the only one of its kind in the world, what with being made of a few old pieces of leather by my husband's friend. But it most certainly isn't an expensive brand, and it isn't as precious or valuable as you seem to think. Oh my God, are you serious? Anyway, Rachel, I'm pretty sure you have more serious things to be worried about than my purse. Huh? Like what? Didn't my brother tell you at the newcomers' welcome party? You know, that you're fired? Oh my God, what? Me? Fired? You really do never listen to anything anyone says to you, huh? Why would I get fired? I haven't done anything fireable. If you don't think pouring a bucket of water over my head and stealing my purse constitutes a fireable offense, I don't know what to say to you. Anyone with an ounce of common sense would understand that we simply cannot afford to keep somebody as dangerous as you at the company. Your official notification of dismissal will be arriving in the post shortly. I'm sorry. I'll be more careful from now on, I swear. Sadly for you, society isn't forgiving enough for that from now on to materialize. You have no future at this company, Rachel, and the sooner you accept that, the better. Can't you just do something to make this go away? You're the CEO's sister, for crying out loud. Won't you tell him you forgive me? And why exactly would I do that? What? My son's starting to get unsettled. Maybe he can sense the fact his mom's talking to an unhinged lunatic with less common sense than a sack of potatoes. Goodbye, Rachel. What? No, please. No. This cannot be happening. Ugh, my life wasn't supposed to go this way. Are you freaking kidding me? I can't believe you filed criminal charges against me. You have to stop this, please. Losing my job was bad enough. My life is over if I get a criminal record. Not only that, but my mom and dad found out about what I did, and they are furious. My dad was so mad he threw a plate of spaghetti at me when I went home today, and if I didn't duck as fast as I did, I would have been a goner. Hey! Quit ignoring me. How can you live with yourself? You're evil. You have mental problems. How can you be so arrogant? You think you get to go through life doing whatever the hell you want to whoever you want, huh? Well, listen to me, bitch. Your husband and son are gonna abandon you one day if you keep this up. Mark my words. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I'll be taking your husband for myself. A little birdie told me he just so happens to be the hot young sales manager at Globex Trading Corporation. I met him at that client meeting that time back when I was at the company. He's as handsome as they come, which makes him a perfect match for a busty stunner like me. He's guaranteed to leave you one day, so I may as well take him early while he still has plenty of love-making years left in the tank. With your husband on my arm, I kill two birds with one stone. I get a hunky young stallion to keep me entertained in the bedroom, and I get out of having to pay you compensation because he's rich. Anna! Pick up the goddamn phone already! A message from my husband. Ooh, what is it? Is he gonna propose to me? Who the heck would want to marry a loudmouthed bimbo like you? Huh? If you have anything else to say to me, contact my lawyer. Goodbye. No, wait! You and your asshole husband deserve each other. You'll pay for this, bitch! Ugh! You may remember my brother Craig asking the salient question of, where the heck do we find these people? And it just so happens that I found out later on that Rachel was in fact hired through nepotism when her uncle in HR fast-tracked her through the hiring process. When I heard that, her insufferable arrogance suddenly made perfect sense. As for her reprobate uncle in HR, he was demoted and took a sizable pay cut for his misdeed. As for Rachel herself, she showed no remorse and clearly had no intention of changing her ways, and if anything got worse, so I had no choice but to file criminal charges. I did receive an offer from her parents to settle out of court after they showed up looking embarrassed outside my house one day, but the color drained from their faces and was replaced by a look of sheer despondency when I showed them the chat logs. In an instant, they changed their minds on the out-of-court settlement and vehemently encouraged me to press charges before agreeing to pay me my compensation in one lump sum. Having a criminal record is probably going to make Rachel's life pretty difficult from here on out. But to be frank, that's not my problem. According to her mom and dad, her life going forward will consist of nothing but forced labor, constant supervision, and a 5 p.m. curfew, which means I'll probably never see her again.
Mac, we're breaking up.
Huh? What the hell? Where did that come from all of a sudden? Lexi? What's going on?
I just told you, didn't I? We're breaking up. The engagement is off.
Seriously, what the hell? You got me so off guard here, I don't even know what to say.
It might seem sudden to you, but I promise you, I've been thinking about doing this for a long, long time.
But we only have 2 more months until the wedding, Lexi.
Exactly. It's precisely because we're so close now that I had to stop and do some serious soul searching. When I thought about what kind of family we'd end up being, what our home life would be like, what kind of married couple we'd be, I've been doing all sorts of thinking about what our married life would look like, you know? And I'm sorry, Mac, but it's just not the life I imagined for myself.
Huh? Huh? How do you mean?
How should I put this? It's like, no matter how hard I try, I find it impossible to imagine us having a future together. Or rather, when I picture what my idea of happily married life looks like, you're not a part of it. I guess you could say I was finally honest enough with myself to accept that.
What are you saying?
It's important to have a vision for the future, you know? Especially when you find yourself stood on the precipice of one of life's major turning points. But when you're about to embark on a new start and you're already having major doubts, you have to stop and have a difficult conversation with yourself about whether it's truly what's right for you. Look on the bright side. At least we didn't actually end up getting married, so we both get to come out of the other side without becoming divorcees. So please, just agree to breaking off the engagement so we can both move on.
I'm gonna need some time for this, Lexi. This has all been so sudden, and I need some time to process everything you just told me before I can give you a proper answer.
Come on, Mac. Is it really that difficult?
Nothing you say will change my mind. I need time to process this.
Fine, I'll give you 3 days.
Just 3 days?
Actually, I think I'm being pretty generous, because nothing you say will change my mind. Which means 3 days is a waste of time as far as I'm concerned. That said, I get that you're shocked, so I'm willing to compromise. I understand how you feel, so are you going to meet me halfway and consider my feelings too?
Fine, I'll message you in 3 days then.
Just remember that no matter how long you wait, nothing's going to change my mind.
Mac, I just saw the message you sent me last night. I'm so sorry I couldn't reply straight away, bro. I was on night shift and we're not allowed to take our phones outside the locker rooms while on the premises. Hey, Tony, sorry for sending you such a weird message out of nowhere. Lexi dropped a bombshell on me and she said that she wants to break off the engagement and I didn't know who else to talk to about it. Don't sweat it. I'm your friend and I wouldn't want you to go through this alone, so I'm glad you reached out to me. I'm sorry if I worried you. Thanks, buddy. I see. So is that why? Is that why? Listen, Mac, there's something about Lexi you should know. Huh? I'm sorry to tell you this when you've already got a broken heart, because it's probably going to sting a little. But you might want to deal with it immediately, so I don't really have a choice. Whoa, what is this? Whoa, what is it? You're scaring me now. This all happened about 2 months ago. I saw Lexi while I was on my way to work a few times, but every time I did, she was with some other dude. Huh? Wait, what? I saw them together in the same place every time. Every time I saw them, they were walking down the long street you come onto. Every time I saw them, they were walking down the long street you come onto after turning right out of McPherson Station. I'm pretty sure I don't need to tell you where that street goes, right? That's where all the hotels are. Bingo. The first time I didn't think anything of it. I figured she was probably just with some guy friend, and they just happened to be walking that way while on their way somewhere else. But from the second time onwards, I had a bad feeling not only due to her being with the same guy again, but also they were way too intimate with each other just to be friends. I see. I'm sorry I waited so long to tell you, buddy. I just didn't know the right way to go about it. When I saw them again yesterday, I got super annoyed with myself for keeping it quiet all this time and swore to tell you. I was actually going to do it today. I can tell it's been eating away at you, Tony, and I'm sorry to hear that. Don't feel bad, okay? I understand why you didn't tell me. Thank you. What are you going to do next? Well, first of all, it's safe to say the engagement's officially off, and I'm going to need proof of the affair. But there's no doubt about it. Me and Lexi have been drifting apart for a long time. I always did my best to talk to her as much as I could, to make time for date nights and things, and I tried to make her happy, I really did, but for some reason, nothing seemed to work. She always just seemed so distant. In a way, I'm actually pleased, because now I know why. Now, I can happily break off the engagement. Mac, I get you want to put on a brave face, but it's normal for this to suck, you know? It's fine, really. Anyway, once the engagement's been canceled, I'll have to deal with the small matter of how to make sure Lexi takes full responsibility for what she did. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help, pal. I'm always here. I might just do that. Thanks, brosif. Lexi, I've decided to break off the engagement.
Wow, really? Gee, thanks, babe. To be honest, I was kind of worried you'd dig your heels in and refuse. I'm really pleased you've decided to be a mature, responsible adult about it. Oh yeah, one more thing. As for letting everyone know we're breaking off the engagement, I think it's best we both tell our parents, friends, and all the people we invited to the wedding individually. There's no need to go making a big drama out of the whole thing, right? You've agreed to go along with the engagement, so let's deal with the rest quietly before going our separate ways for good.
You're right. That works fine for me for the time being.
Thanks for being so mature about us breaking up. To tell you the truth, I already found my new boyfriend. It's not easy being this much of a hit with the guys, you know. Anyway, I think we're just about done here. I'm so pleased that we were able to part ways on such good terms. Now it's time for a clean break. Woohoo! Bye-bye.
Mac, something crazy happened. You gotta hear this. What is it? It turns out the guy Lexi was cheating on you with is one of my coworkers. Wow, are you serious? Yeah, and get this. He has a reputation for being the most useless, deadweight blockhead at the company. He's such a pain in the ass that he routinely gets passed from department to department because no one wants anything to do with him. He just got assigned to my department today, so I finally saw his face for the first time. But I've been hearing rumors about him here for years. He's somewhat of a legendary figure at my company for being so damn useless. I thought he looked familiar when I saw him at morning call. Then I remembered he was the dude I kept seeing Lexi walking towards the hotel district. Wow, what are the odds? Now that I think about it, the street next to McPherson Station where I kept seeing him isn't that far away from my workplace. Obviously, I can't be sure, but I can say there's a pretty strong chance he's been meeting up with Lexi there after work for months. I see. Yeah, and that's not all. I don't know whether it's because he's trying to assert himself as the hotshot new guy in my department or whether this is just what he's always like, but he literally didn't stop bragging about himself all day. He even mentioned you and Lexi. What? Well, let me be clear. He didn't specifically say your names, but he was bragging about how he stole some loser's fiancée and making himself out to be this huge stud in front of all of the female employees. Then he went around the whole office showing everyone a photo of him with Lexi before jumping on my desk and playing air guitar while spinning his head around like some wannabe rock star and yelling, "Don't challenge the stallion," at the top of his voice. Wow, are you for real? Sadly, yes. It turns out instead of totally being dead weight at the office, He's also a total jerk who thinks stealing another dude's girl is something to brag about. Does this guy have mental problems? That was my first thought, but then I realized that would be an insult to people with mental problems. The guy's something else. I'm pretty sure he became universally hated in my department within 5 minutes of meeting everyone. What's his name? Bartholomew Abe. What? What is it? No way. Unless I'm thinking of someone else with the same name. Which, let's face it, it's pretty unlikely. That's the jerk who used to bully everyone at my high school. No way. Seriously? Hang on a sec, could it be? I think this could be his way of getting revenge on me for what happened back then. Revenge? To cut a long story short, he had a crush on my cousin. He wouldn't stop following her around school, writing her love letters and asking her out on dates. But she wasn't interested, so I kind of ended up becoming her bodyguard. I often used to hear about how much he hated me for it, but since I was bigger than him and trained Wing Chun, he never had any balls to say anything to my face. Wow, I see. Anyway, if it really is him, I have a little trick up my sleeve. What are you gonna do? Me and him both grew up in the same town and we know a lot of the same people, which means gathering information on him is gonna be a piece of cake. I see. Alright, that sounds promising. Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll pretend I don't know you and feign ignorance if he starts boasting about stealing Lexi again. Yeah, could you? That'd be great. Sorry you got dragged into this crap, but if you find out anything else, it'd be great if you could let me know as soon as possible. You have nothing to be sorry for, Mac. And sure, of course.
Mac, what the hell is this letter that just showed up at my mom and dad's place? You better start explaining right now. Why in God's name would I pay you compensation? Not only that, but why in the crap would I cover all the wedding expenses?
Which part don't you understand? Isn't it obvious? You're the one who called off the engagements, so why would you get out of footing the bill?
What are you talking about? Why should I pay you compensation when we didn't even get married? Are you stupid?
I should be asking you that. This was hardly a regular breakup, was it? We had the wedding venue booked, invites sent, a band hired, a cake ordered, your dress, my tux. We had everything in order, Lexi. The wedding company explained in advance there'd be a cancellation fee of the quoted amount plus 30% in the event of a cancellation within 3 months of the wedding day. Not only did the representative explain in person when we went in, but we both signed a contract and received email copies of the terms and conditions.
Huh?
I went through all of the cancellation procedures myself. And not only that, but I had to borrow the money from elsewhere because I didn't have enough left after spending so much on the wedding. Obviously, I was going to bill you for everything when you're the one who called off the engagement. Am I doing something wrong here? Please feel free to go through my messages again and pick fault if I'm mistaken somehow, because I assure you I'm not.
Fine. Well, what about the compensation?
You can still claim compensation without getting married, you dummy.
Wait, what? No way. You're lying.
Not only that, but you cheated on me.
What? No, I did not.
Sorry, Lexi, but you're not going to be able to lie your way out of this one. I put the proof of the affair, including pictures of you being intimate with your lover in public, in a separate brown envelope inside the compensation bill letter.
No way. That's what's in the envelope?
Get back in touch with me once you've taken a look inside if you dare.
Oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. How did you find out?
Shall I be completely honest with you?
Tell me.
I'm so sorry. I almost fell over laughing when I realized how easy you made it to collect proof you were cheating on me.
What?
You do know that your lover, Bartholomew Abe, was in my class in high school, right?
Sure I did, but so what? What's your point?
So you should have known he was the most hated guy in my entire neighborhood too, right?
Huh?
Not only that, but he was also hated by the very kinds of people you do not want to make enemies of. Which is why when I headed back into town and enlisted the help of some of my old friends in the form of calling in some favors with their connections, I had enough evidence to prove the affair 10 times over within just a few days.
It was really that easy?
Come on, Lexi, face reality. Even without the help of my friends, it was never going to be difficult to prove he was going around bragging to everyone who'd listen about how he'd stolen Mac's fiancée and was now officially the superior male. He even posted photos and videos of you both together in the office group chat.
God damn it, that moron. Are you being serious right now?
Oh, yeah, that reminds me. Bartholomew wouldn't happen to have stopped messaging you these last few days, would he?
Well, yes. I thought it was just because he's busy since getting moved to a new department at work.
I have some friends who work at one of the office buildings outside the hotel district near McPherson Station. They gave me several witness accounts reporting seeing him going into one of the hotels with a young blonde a total of 5 times over the last 2 days.
Wait, what? Bartholomew with another woman? But why? Why would he do this to me? I thought we had something special. You've got to be kidding me. I broke off my engagement for that asshole.
There's one more thing you should know. Apparently, Bartholomew's uncle found out about his nephew's misdeeds for the first time yesterday, as well as kindly agreeing to shoulder the burden for the compensation his nephew's gonna owe me. He also drove him out to a remote mountain temple run by a small group of Shaolin monks who operate a rehabilitation facility for violent criminals, ex-drug addicts, and other various breeds of social misfit. Something tells me you won't be hearing from him again.
What?
Anyway, I think we're pretty much done here. Make sure I get my compensation and repayment on the wedding expenses sooner rather than later, okay? My lawyer's on standby, should I need him.
Oh my god, is this real life? How can you just keep springing extra crap on me? I don't even understand what's happening anymore.
A few days after our last messages, Lexi's parents showed up at my place and apologized profusely for their wayward daughter's sickening behavior and cheating on me and breaking off the engagement. They told me they took all the savings from her bank account and sold all of their possessions in an effort to come up with some money. With that, they lowered their heads in shame and handed me an envelope containing the exact amount I requested in the invoice I sent before going home. Sadly, I can't say Lexi responded in as dignified and responsible a fashion as her parents. Apparently, she still carried on claiming to be the victim in the whole thing and showed no signs of repenting for her behavior. At their wits' end, and having heard about Bartholomew's uncle sent him to the mountain temple for rehabilitation, Lexi's parents decided to enter her into a monastery for 2 years in the hope that the nuns there would teach her how to be a decent human being. As for Bartholomew, of course his departure for the mountain temple meant he left my company. I got the funniest text from my boss a few days later. Apparently, as soon as it was announced that Bartholomew was leaving, the entire office erupted into thunderous cheering and applause. To be honest, even having him around for the short space of time we did was a huge pain in the ass for all of us. Which is why me and 2 of my coworker buddies have decided to go on a guy's vacation to Mexico to decompress.
Hey, Michael! How are you doing, my sweet chocolate love muffin? How about me and you head to the movies to see that new romance movies that drops on Friday? Everyone's talking about it. Apparently, it's amazing. I've decided to line up my schedule with when you get off work, so be a darling and book us a couple of seats for the 8:05 showing, won't you? Thanks, babe.
Huh? Is that Clara? Sorry, but I'll be heading out to the countryside to spend the weekend with my parents for my grandpa's death anniversary. I'll be out of town from Friday through till Sunday. Anyways, I thought I told you this already.
Huh, wait, you did? I don't remember. Whatever, none of that stuff matters. Just blow your parents off and tell them you'll be spending the weekend with your beloved girlfriend. Everyone knows putting your girlfriend first in a situation like this is the common sense thing to do, sweetie pie. You are a gentleman, aren't you? Forget your crusty old grandpa's death anniversary. I mean, jeez, who even celebrates those? Yep, that's right. Come on, have a good time with your beautiful girlfriend instead.
This again? For real? You have a seriously whacked out sense of priorities. If you think I'm going to abandon my family at a time like this. And we're not celebrating, we're grieving.
Whatever, tomatoes, it's all the same. Anyway, why are my priorities messed up? I don't think they are. Don't be nasty.
Why do you seem to think you should be my top priority in literally every situation ever, just because you're my girlfriend? Surely you can see how messed up that is.
Huh? Wow! I can't believe you, Michael. It's super duper important for guys to love and cherish their girlfriends. I thought everyone knew that. It's a boyfriend's sworn duty to fulfill his girlfriend's wishes at all times. No questions asked, okay? The end.
No, we're not done here. And you don't just get to end the conversation when you feel like it. I don't know how you get from, I should love and cherish you, to, I should cancel my plans with my family to go to the movies with you on a moment's notice. Nothing you're saying makes any sense.
God, what is it with you? You're always like this. Me. Ugh! Why are your plans so important that they take priority over me? Just take last month, for example. Remember when you said you were going to Seattle on a business trip? I asked you to take me with you so I could go shopping at all the luxury malls, but you refused and left me here.
How could I take you with me on a business trip? Seriously, Clara, that's my job, and I have to act professionally. You must have some conception of how unacceptable it would be for me to do that. It's not like I was going on a damn vacation.
It wouldn't have hurt you to take me with you, Meanie. It's not like I wanted to sit on your business meeting surrounded by crusty old men who looks like they died 5 years ago. I could have just gone sightseeing in the city while you did your boring work stuff.
My boss would flip out at me if I did something like that. Best case scenario, I get demoted and banned from ever going on business trips again. Worst case scenario, I lose my job. Why would you ask me to take on a risk like that?
Wow, really? They even sound like a bunch of big nasty meanies. Why would you even work for such a horrible company in the first place? You should quit.
Anyway, the bottom line here is that I'm going to be out in the countryside at my mom's place for the weekend, so I can't see you.
What? Don't you love me? What kind of man treats his girlfriend like this? You're horrible. Wait, are you cheating on me with some cheap floozy? Who is she? I want her name now. Are you taking some dumb bimbo with you to the countryside instead of me? You are, aren't you? Gotcha. Oh my god. Was that what the Seattle business trip was all about too?
Jesus Christ, Clara, you're nuts. You couldn't get this any more wrong if you tried. I have work to do. Goodbye.
No, wait! Hey Michael, thanks for coming down and seeing us all for Grandpa's death anniversary.
Don't sweat it, sis.
By the way, are you okay?
Huh?
Your girlfriend! What was her name again? Clara, right? Your phone was going crazy with calls and messages from her the whole time. It's not like I'm trying to stick my nose in or anything, but I couldn't help but notice.
Oh yeah, that.
It did look like you were replying to her every now and then, but Michael, did something happen between you guys?
No, nothing in particular. That's always how Clara is at night, or when we're not out on dates together, or during her days off.
Wait, what?
To make matters worse, we both get off work at the exact same time. So I get it in the neck without fail every day at 5:30 p.m. And then there's the accusations. She always accuses me of cheating on her with other women the moment I don't drop what I'm doing and do exactly as she tells me. It's like clockwork. I can actually predict when she's gonna do it by this point.
Michael, does your girlfriend have mental health problems? She sounds like a freaking nutcase. What was it last month? Oh yeah, she kept pestering you to take her with you on the business trip to Seattle, right? She completely ignored your situation, constantly demanding you that you come and spend time with her and accusing you of cheating when you didn't. I don't know how to say this without sounding rude, so screw it. I'm just gonna come out with it. Your girlfriend is a self-centered lunatic.
God damn it, Beth. Do you really think so?
Look, this is your relationship, and I know it's not really my place to comment, so if you feel like things are fine between you, then we can just forget about this. But if there's anything bothering you, I want you to know I'm always here to talk.
Nah, to tell you the truth, sis, things aren't fine. She did it again, this time with Grandpa's death memorial. She asked me out on a date, and I told her I already had plans. But she kept demanding I drop things with you guys to take her to the movies.
What?
Apparently, she drove over to my apartment to lie in wait for an ambush behind one of the garbage cans when I told her I was leaving for Mom's place on Friday.
An ambush? Behind a garbage can?
Thankfully, I took all my stuff to work and headed to the airport directly after getting off. So her wait ended up being totally in vain. When she realized I wasn't coming back, she started spamming me with hateful accusations and abuse. As usual, that included accusations of cheating.
Oh my god. Why don't you just break up with her?
The thought has crossed my mind, but I just know that if I don't do it the right way, she'll flip a switch of epic proportions and try pressuring me into changing my mind. Or worse, do something dangerous. I'm under no illusions here, sis. I suck at choosing women. Actually, I guess the word choose isn't appropriate here, since she essentially pressured me into dating her. But that aside, the fact is, we're together now, and I don't know what to do. To tell you the truth, I think I might be close to the breaking point.
I see. You can message me whenever you need to, Mike. I want you to know when you can talk to me about anything, anytime.
Thanks, sis.
Mike! Is now a good time?
Sure, now's fine. What's up?
I saw something crazy. You're not ever gonna believe this.
Huh?
But I'm not sure it's something you'll consider good news.
What happened?
I need to ask you something first. Clara is definitely the girl who I saw you with out of town in that time of the month or so ago, right? The petite blonde dress?
Yep, that's her. She really likes those dresses.
I see. I knew it. Anyway, listen to this. I saw a girl who looked an awful lot like Clara walking towards the part of the town where all the hotels are. You know, near the boardwalk. And wait till you hear this. She was holding hands with my boss.
Seriously?
She works as a temp for Viral Holdings, right?
Yep, that's right.
You see, Viral Holdings recently signed a huge contract with my company, so we now spend a good chunk of the workday dealing with their orders, and get this, my boss is in charge of the whole thing.
I see. So it is possible that they know each other. Then, I guess this means there's a chance this isn't just a simple case of mistaken identity.
Right, that said, we're just going off one sighting here. So I think we should just wait and see how things play out a little longer before we do anything harsh.
You're right. Let's play it cool and see what happens.
By the way, my boss has a reputation at the office for being such a serial womanizer. Which means you don't have to worry about me getting into any trouble at work. I'm pretty sure the higher-ups already know exactly what it's like, so it shouldn't be too hard to convince him if there's any trouble.
I see. So he's that kind of guy, huh?
I'll send you more information when I get it. Sit tight.
Thanks, Beth. Clara? You don't message me at all these days. Is everything okay?
Aw, my poor broken-hearted lover, Michael. I see you finally messaged me. Did you take a long, hard think about your behavior while I wasn't talking to you?
My behavior?
Do you know why I haven't been messaging you this whole time? You do know I had to go quiet on you, don't you?
Huh? Why?
Did you get lonely when our messages dried up after I'd been calling and messaging every single day for so long? Go on, baby. Don't be shy. You can be vulnerable with me. Hopefully now, after walking a mile in my shoes, you know exactly how lonely you made me feel. That's why I asked you if you thought about your behavior.
So, what have you been doing for the last month?
Are you sure you want to ask me that? I can tell if you like, but only if you're mentally prepared for the iceberg that's about to hit your Titanic.
The iceberg that's... What the hell are you talking about? Stop messing around and just tell me already.
Well, you see, my sweet Michael, I'm currently in a hotel room with my ex-boyfriend.
Huh? Your ex-boyfriend?
The company I'm dispatched at the new client recently. But you'll never believe who it is. The sales manager in charge of everything is my ex-boyfriend. His name's Chad. We dated around for 2 years. That was 4 months ago. We met up again recently by sheer coincidence through work. It was like we'd never been apart. I knew it. Chemistry like that doesn't just disappear overnight. One thing led to another, and well, we may have accidentally gone to a hotel together. Oopsie!
Wow, are you being serious right now?
Yep, super duper serious. Ever since then, we've been making tender, passionate love almost every single day.
Oh my god, are you actually being serious?
Is someone feeling a teeny weeny bit jealous?
What?
You are, aren't you? How could you not be? Any man on the planet would be overwhelmed with the most soul-wrenching jealousy imaginable right now. After all, I'm screwing my ex to fill the void of loneliness in my heart created by my cruel boyfriend who refused to see me when I needed him the most. It's totally normal that you'd feel jealous in a situation like this, sweetie.
Why would being lonely give you the right to cheat?
You made me feel so lonely that I wanted to get my own back and hurt you, so you'd know how it felt too. If you have half a brain, you'll use this whole experience as an opportunity to reflect on your behavior and prevent it from happening again.
You're nuts! What you're doing is not normal.
Maybe it isn't, but you're still the one in the wrong here. If you don't want me to cheat again, I suggest you start doing what I say and make me your first priority. If you don't start respecting my wishes, you might just lose me for the next good time. I'll be passing the time in Chad's strong, masculine arms until you apologize for what you did and swear to never do it again. Good morning, Michael. Aside from work, we and Chad have been doing nothing but making steamy, passionate love in a hotel room since we last spoke. It's my day off today, so we came back to my place straight from the hotel and well, you know. And then you'll never guess what he said to me. He said we might be able to get married one day.
Huh? Married?
If you don't hurry up and take me back, we'll get married and you'll lose me forever.
Huh. Isn't he already married?
Excuse me?
Wait, did you know he was married? What the hell is wrong with you?
Wait, are you kidding me? Hang on. How do you know that?
So you took revenge on me by having an affair with a married man? To think you constantly accused me of cheating on you, and then ended up having an affair yourself. How ironic. I couldn't make this crap up if I tried.
No, answer my question.
That guy you're seeing, Chad, works at the same company as an acquaintance of mine. That's why I know.
What?
That acquaintance saw you and Chad walking together holding hands in that part of the city where all the hotels are. You know, near the boardwalk.
What? We were seen?
Yep, you were seen. Plus, I already knew about the affair when I messaged you yesterday. I was just playing dumb to get more information about it from you.
What?
This next part's important, so listen up.
What is?
You said it was 4 months since you and Chad last saw each other, right?
Yeah, that was when we last broke up.
Based on the time we started dating, you must have been cheating on me for at least 2 of the months we were together, right?
No, wait a sec, we're together? Why did you use past tense?
As for Chad, he's been married for a little over 3 years, but you said you and him were dating for 2 years before you split up 4 months ago, right? Which can only mean he was cheating on his wife too.
Well,
So, not only did you cheat on me, but you did it with a guy who was also cheating on his own wife. Double punch. Boom.
No, but wait! This doesn't change anything. You're still my number one, Michael. That's what I feel for you, and these feelings can't be wrong. So you don't have to worry, it's fine.
Which part of this is fine exactly? Go on. This should be good.
Well, it's fine because I love you, and I want us to get married. Chad might have my body, but you have my heart. So it's fine. Let's just forget all this and move on.
No, this literally could not be any further away from fine.
If that's what you think, that could only mean that you don't love me enough.
Say what now?
Which is why you need to work harder to love me. If you do, everything will be fine. You get it, don't you, sweetie pie? You have to work as hard to make sure I never feel lonely again.
Is your brain short-circuiting? Is your head actually broken?
Huh?
You constantly harass me before completely disappearing on me. You lie to me. You cheat on me. How could I possibly love someone who betrayed me as horribly as you did? What kind of masochist do you take me for? I completely lost all interest in you.
What? No, you're lying. How could anyone lost interest in me? Just wait, sweetie. I'm gonna come over to your place now, and me and you are gonna resolve this. How about I wear your favorite lingerie?
Nah, don't bother. I mean, coming, that is. Actually, what do I care? You won't be able to come soon anyway.
Why not?
Because apparently Chad's wife, and both your and my parents, are about to bust in there and catch you both red-handed.
What?
I've been sending screenshots of all of our messages to Chad's wife, and everyone else who will be affected by our breakup.
You've been doing what?
Alright, well, I guess we're just about done here. See ya! You see, I was only messaging Claire in an attempt to get her to reveal any information which could be used to identify her location. When I got what I needed, the squad assembled and made the preparations for their attack. Next, the whole platoon, consisting of a very angry Chad's wife, my parents, and Claire's parents, swiftly barged their way into her apartment and found the two of them huddled up together under the kitchen table in a pathetic attempt to evade capture. Actually, barged in sounds a little too dramatic. The door was unlocked, showing just how untouchable they thought they were. Meaning, the gang were able to let themselves in and casually walk right in. In the end, Claire's arrogance was her undoing. She was insistent she only did what she did to make me jealous as revenge for me not immediately acquiescing to her every whim. But far from the get-out-of-jail-free card she seemed to think her excuse was, to me, it just made what she did even worse. Being in a relationship with someone who'd intentionally go out of the way to hurt you as revenge for perceived slights is one of the most dangerous things I can imagine. The total of their combined affairs, going back the whole 2 years, led to both Clara and her partner in crime owing me and his wife an ungodly amount in compensation. To nobody's surprise, Chad ended up breaking up with Clara after our divorce. Also, they had to quit their jobs before long, due to being universally hated at their companies, unable to bear the hostile atmosphere. Of course, Chad's wife divorced him too. As for Clara, apparently she's so deep down in the depths of the despair of having to work 4 jobs to come up with my compensation, that she barely has time to sleep, let alone beg me for another chance.
Hey, Patrick. I'll be going back to my hometown this weekend.
Huh? Where did this come from all of a sudden? Did something happen?
Apparently, one of my childhood friends has been hospitalized. I was thinking of heading home to see everyone anyway, so I figure it makes sense for me to go so I can see her in the hospital while I'm at it. Another friend told me her and a bunch of the gang from our school days are organizing a class reunion, so I plan on staying over for that.
Oh, I see.
I'll be staying in a business hotel while I'm there.
Huh? Won't you be staying over at your family home?
Even if it is still technically my family home, it doesn't really feel so much like it since my mom and dad passed away. My brother lives there now with his family. His oldest daughter has her finals coming up soon, and I'd feel bad if I got in the way while she's studying so hard.
I guess that's a good point.
I do plan on heading over to see everyone. It has been a while, after all. I just don't plan on staying there is all, which is why I booked a business hotel for the trip.
Got it. All right, Elena. Thanks for letting me know.
Hey, baby. I booked us in at the hot spring resort this weekend. I was worried they might not have any rooms left for us because of how suddenly we decided to go. Thank God I phoned in to find out. It turns out the hot spring resort you recommended had 2 spots left. How lucky is that? It's so convenient being a stay-at-home housewife at times like this. I can't imagine being able to book trips and vacations on such short notice like this if I had a regular job. I'm so lucky.
Huh? What's going on, Elena?
Huh?
I thought you were staying in a business hotel in your hometown this weekend.
Oh, Patrick?
Huh? What's going on?
Oh, the business hotel I'm staying at has a hot spring resort.
Wow, really? Is that even a thing? Did you tell me about this before? I'm pretty sure this is the first time you've mentioned anything about a hot spring resort.
Oopsie, honey. Sorry. I was sure I told you about it a while back, but I guess maybe I just thought I did after mentioning it to my brother or one of my friends.
Really? Are you sure?
Yeah, of course I am, silly. It was a really long time ago, way before I actually booked in to stay there recently, so my memory might be a little hazy. Sorry, babe. To tell you the truth, I don't really remember.
That's fine, I guess.
Oh no, I gotta go. I need to go and buy some supplies for the trip at the supermarket. It's been a while since I went on a trip this long distance, so I've got some major stocking up to do. Sorry if I confused you, babe. There are no changes to my plans to see my brother or visit my friend in the hospital, so don't worry, okay? You can just forget about all that stuff I just said.
Right, got it.
Hey, Patrick. Just letting you know I arrived safely at the station in my hometown.
That's great, Elena. I'm really pleased to hear it.
I'm about to stop by to see my brother and his family, and after that I'll be visiting my friend at the hospital. After that, me and some of the girls from my old class plan on meeting up for some drinks in the hotel lobby before letting our hair down and shooting the breeze for a little while at the hotel hot spring resort. Then tomorrow is the class reunion. I'll be pretty busy over the next couple of days, so there's a chance I won't be able to reply straight away if you message. It's probably for the best if you wait until I'm done with everything here before reaching out again.
I see.
If you need anything, just message me or leave me a voicemail, and I'll check it after I get wrapped up here.
All right, understood. You really are going to be a busy girl, huh, Elena?
Hey, Vince. I just got done visiting my brother and his family and finally got checked into the hot spring resort. When will you be arriving? You said you'd be heading straight down after work, right? Did you clock off yet? Are you on the train already? Oh yeah, guess what? My blockhead husband still doesn't have the faintest idea what I'm actually doing here. Imagine his shock if he knew his wife was doing it with his own cousin behind his back. I told him I was only coming back to my hometown to see my brother and visit a friend in the hospital, and he actually bought it. Can you believe how dense that guy is? Oh yeah, and that's not all. I accidentally almost let everything slip when I messaged him thinking I was talking to you, but I covered it up by saying the business hotel I was staying at had a hot spring resort. I thought the jig was up, but he fell for it hook, line, and sinker. Obviously, that pea-brained moron is paying for the whole thing. We can finally be together without having to hide or caring what anyone thinks, baby. So let's just make the most of it. Let's have the time of our lives on my husband's dime. We can make steamy love in a luxury hot spring for free. How does that sound, my big hunky stallion?
Elena, Could you just confirm the hotel name so I know I'm headed to the right place? I'll need our room number too.
Sure thing. The hotel's called The Naughty Kitten, and we're in room 69. Hurry up and get here, big boy. My juices are already flowing at the thought of you grabbing hold of me with those big, manly hands and violating relentlessly until I can barely walk. Ravage me, baby.
Got it. Hey, Vince. Where are you, asshole? Huh? Wait. Is this Patrick? Well, ain't that a blast from the past? What's it been now, like 3 years? Asshole? Is that the way you greet your cousin? I asked you a question. I'm not... I'm on the train. Why? You wouldn't happen to be on your way to the hot spring resort where Alina's waiting for you, would you? No. I knew it. So you did know. What? What? No what? You're on your way to spend the night at a hot spring resort with my wife, right? What the crap's gotten into you, Patrick? Like hell I'd put my hands on your wife. What do you take me for? Jeez. A lying asshole. You can drop the act already because I know everything. Huh? What are you talking about? Alina accidentally sent me a bunch of messages that were intended for you. That's how I found out about the affair. God damn it, seriously? And that's how I know you're on your way to a hot spring resort to spend the night with her. God shitting damn it! Why did she have to go and do something so stupid? Always knew you had loose morals when it came to women and money. But I gotta admit, I never thought you had it in you to get involved with another guy's wife. Do you know what, Vince? I used to think you were a nice guy. But it turns out you're the most unprincipled asshole I've ever met. Screw it. What's the point in denying it if you already know? You're right. I'm piping your wife. We're spending the weekend on vacation together at a luxury hot spring resort. The plan is to bang her brains out all weekend in our private room with an open-air tub. I see. What the hell kind of response is that? Do you even understand what I just said? I'm plowing your woman, loser. You could at least give me a good reaction. The fact that you went out of your way to message me after 3 years like this must mean you're here to try and stop me, right? I guess you could say that. Good luck trying to do that when you don't even know which hot spring resort we're staying at. The Naughty Kitten. What the heck? I pretended to be you and asked for the address when Alina messaged me by mistake. Holy heck, you gotta be joking me. There's only one hot spring resort called the Naughty Kitten in all of America. It was only a matter of time before I found you once I had the name. Holy Jesus balls, are you for real right now? If you pull out now, I'll knock a small amount off the compensation you're gonna owe me real soon. Compensation? However, if you ignore this warning and go ahead with your hot spring resort vacation with my wife, there's a strong possibility I'll charge you double. Double? Damn, you asshole! I don't think that's any way to speak to someone when you're in desperate need of their mercy and lenience, Vince. Anyway, what will it be? Fine, you win. So, I just need to go home? Yes, and then you need to block Alina's number. If I find out you guys have been in contact behind my back after today, I swear I'll charge you so much compensation you'll be stuck in an endless cycle of debt and suffering for the rest of your life to pay it off. Jesus, Patrick, point taken. I didn't know you could be such a hard ass.
Vincey, baby, where are you? What's taking so long? Hurry up. I'm ready to get down and dirty, you big slowpoke. You know, there isn't a day that goes by where I don't wish I met you first instead of that loser Patrick. Sure, he makes a lot of money, and it's nice to have everything paid for without ever having to work, but my God, is he boring. He's a total wet noodle. Still, this little thing we have going on now ain't half bad, huh? I think we should carry on as we are for now. I want to use as much of his money while I can, while he still has it. You always hear people say love and marriage are two different things, but it really is true. I'm not ready to divorce my ATM husband yet, but you're still my number one baby.
That's funny, because I despise you.
What the hell?
Alina, you still haven't noticed, have you?
What are you talking about, Vince? Quit acting weird.
Jeez, how dumb can you be? Sure, our display pics do both coincidentally happen to be pictures of dogs. And I guess the breeds do kind of look similar, but still. I thought you'd notice if you kept making the same mistake, but it looks like I severely overestimated your intelligence and literally have to spell it out for you.
What the...
Are you familiar with the concept of messaging the wrong person?
The wrong person?
This is not who you think it is.
It isn't?
It's me, Patrick, your husband.
No way.
Hey there, you cheating whore. You should know that you're wasting time if you're trying to get in contact with Vince. I made him an offer he couldn't refuse that included a smaller compensation payment. Something tells me you'll never hear from him again.
No, Patrick, don't you see? You've got this all wrong, I swear. It was just, a joke. Yeah, that's it. This whole thing was nothing but one big fat prank. The truth is, it's actually a big group of us staying here. Me and Vince are staying in separate rooms, I promise.
Cut the crap, Alina. It's too late for you now.
Please forgive me, I'm begging you. Listen, baby, how does this sound? How about you come to the Naughty Kitten and we spend a night of wild passion between the sheets? Will that make this better for you?
Excuse me?
You know, like, we could spend the night together is my way of apologizing.
Please don't say such disgusting things. I don't have a sick bucket nearby.
What? But why not? I can't think of anything more amazing than vacation at a hot spring resort as a couple.
Let me get this straight. You're asking me to spend the night with you, my cheating wife, in the place you intended to cheat on me with?
Well...
Kelvin's on the way to collect you now.
Huh? You mean my brother? Why would he be involved in this?
Of course I mean your brother, and of course he's involved. I just got done talking with him, and it turns out you did actually show your face at his house, and you did actually visit your friend in hospital. It was when he told me that the Naughty Kitten is only 2 stations away from your hometown that everything made sense.
Whoa, no, wait a sec.
He's going to be holding you at his house while keeping you under surveillance for the time being.
What? At his house? No, I can't stay there. My niece has exams soon.
Kelvin told me all about how these exams she has coming up are only practice exams, and that in any case, your niece is so gifted and intelligent. She aces literally everything at school with no effort.
Oh my god.
The bottom line is that you're totally fine to stay there. Now, shall we move on to putting an end to this once and for all?
Oh my god, that sounds dramatic. What do you mean?
My compensation.
What?
The divorce.
No!
You cheated on me. What the hell did you expect to happen?
Please, Patrick, I'm begging you. I only did it one time. I thought you had a big heart. Surely you can find it inside yourself to forgive me. I promise I'll never do it again. I can't bear the thought of losing you, baby.
Correction. It's not that you can't bear the thought of losing me. You just can't bear the thought of losing my money.
No, that's not true. You're my special pumpkin pie, and my life is meaningless without you. I love you, baby. I love you and no one else. It was never about the money. That was just crazy talk.
Why are you even there? Why are you even trying to hide it? Did you forget about all those messages you sent me by mistake? Listen, Alina. There may have been a time when I was your special pumpkin pie. Those days are gone now.
Well, those messages, they were,
Oh, looks like your brother is about to arrive.
Huh?
You said room 69, right?
Wait a sec. Did you pretend to be Vince even though you knew I didn't mean to message you just to find out my room number?
Bingo. Impressed, Alina. Maybe you do have a brain after all.
You deceitful prick. That's not fair.
I'd say cheating on me was a little more deceitful and unfair, but whatever floats your boat.
Patrick, will you hear me out? I swear on my life that if you forgive me this one time, I'll never, ever cheat on you again for as long as I live.
Give it a rest already, okay? Didn't I just tell you? I despise you.
What?
Expect a visit from my lawyer in the coming days.
Wait, no! You can't seriously mean that, right?
You'll see how much I mean it soon enough. All future communications will go through my lawyer. Goodbye.
Oh my god, who even does this? I don't want a divorce.
After that, my brother-in-law Kelvin explained the situation to the receptionist at the Naughty Kitten and checked Alina out early. Thanks to his support, and the assistance of my incredible lawyer, the divorce was finalized without a hitch. Amazingly, I even got my compensation quickly in one lump sum. As for my cousin Vince, he got disowned by the entire family when they found out what he did. I don't have a clue where he is nowadays, and to be honest, I don't care. As for my ex-wife, Kelvin tells me she's still desperate to patch things up with me and spends her days tormented by consequences of what she did. Thank God I work from home and was able to move as far away from her as possible, huh? Remote workers? Raise your dongers. Hooah!
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.